What is going on YouTube? This is Acid Root. So I'm going to review the debut album more or less by Hoodrich Pablo Juan. Basically this project is called Drugz 3 and it came out in the fall of 2017. Now the fair about this project here is this has a lot of similar cadence and fairs like that to Migos and folks like that within those particular pitches. If you have an appreciation for the Culture album from 2017, pitches like that, some of that fairs, Cardi B, Moneybagg Yo, Migos, some of these type of folks in particular, Marlo, Lil Baby, folks like that within that particular kind of within that triple flow type cadence that's very similar to songs like Bad and Bougie and Slippery and some of those type ones with pitch. This is a good offshoot of that particular variety pitch like that. This is back when 2010's trap was kind of in a full swing with like the blitziness as far as those first going to happen. Now, it made me for a while think that Hoodrich Pablo Juan was kind of a part of QC quality control label as far as this pitch can have Migos labels, some fairs like that, but he actually wasn't. And I was looking up to say within those fairs. It seemed like he's been to a number of labels within the pitches. Empire was one. He was also part of 1017 Hoodrich Pablo Juan was a part of Gucci Mane's 1017 Records label as far as those pitch albums that had some good fairs but within those pitches. So it's just very within that aspect, just good type tones, pitches like that. Now, this particular cat has been in prison since 2022, so it's been a little bit since he's been on the scene as far as these fairs can happen. He's sorely missed within these aspects because he's another cat that probably could help protect trap music within these fairs. The last time he was around was back when Young Thug had just recently gone to prison, pitches like that. So he was kind of one that was buzzing around the particular late 2010s, early 2020s. So it was kind of within fair just questioning what his next move is going to be. He probably would, I would almost say, is probably going to get released from prison within probably like the next good while, I'd say. I don't know his full bound when he went to prison in 2022, but he had a 5-year sentence, so it's kind of within the pitch as far as saying he served at least 3 years that in some sense within those pitches, or at least around that relative variety. Just being able to say there's some bona fide type stuff, pitches like that. So this particular album, the fair about it, like the album cover shows, it is very much like oriented towards the aspect of like getting crunk pitches like that, which is excellent type of ordeals, but it's this kind of pitch as far as saying it has some refineries about it within the aspect. There's some good refinement as far as this pitch can go just within the element. It just basically has those particular tones of getting tore up, but just in a more proper type sense as far as this pitch can go. So it's just amongst the aspect of having not to say full bound more or less frou-frou type aspects, but just more within the social etiquette type area where maybe etiquette would be necessary within some of these type pitches. It's just kind of the product of where more or less poor behavior would kind of be frowned upon. So it's this kind of pitch as far as saying this, that gives me the particular variety. Now within the aspect, not saying as much that you have to be, sober as a gopher, pitches like that within those ordeals as far as not being able to get crunk, but just kind of has a little bit more of like a whip kind of leash about it within those pitches as far as saying within the product of this. Having like the finesse facet about it as far as just maintaining like the concept of not screwing up as far as this first album, at least within that album. Now I looked in the pitch, at least that's the grab I got from it with women around pitches like that, with more type of ordeals just within the social kind of composition of it. It just kind of has the fair, just more elegant type spots within the pitch. It just getting tore up, but also having the pitch of just more kind of within the aspect of more finery type places within those pitches. That's kind of the fair, but I think within the concept of talking about designer drugs within the pitch as far as saying designer, labels and fashion companies, things like that within that type of product, but also like the drug type aspect. So it's just kind of the pitch as far as saying, but it's just the aspect as far as supposing it's having a good weaving and balance of like the meshing of having the good meshing of getting turnt and getting crunk within some of those type aspects, but also the social wield of it as far as those pitch counts. So just within time, I look after it. So there were at least 2 singles, one of which is kind of tricky to pronounce within some of these type pitches. Zoba Mamba Fu, something like that. It's kind of within the pitch. Now on Spotify, it kind of has a little bit. Zoba Mamba Fu is kind of within the aspect as far as saying I recommend all 14 of the songs that are songs off this album. So simple enough, 10 out of 10. But just to say, Zoba Mamba Fu is kind of, this has Lil Yachty and Lil Uzi Vert on here. It's like a basic, sparkly kind of songs like a basic sparkly ride out and glitz to kind of get within the aspects of it here. Just street lavish, good song to grab Wendy's, pitches like that, toke up a little bit within those fairs. It's kind of club too as far as this pitch kind of happens. So just within the fair, very much just like a more vanilla type version of something like that. Very much like a more vanilla type version of a song like Bad and Bougie as far as those pitch kind of happens. So just excellent within the fair as far as getting towards that conic within the property of it. Just excellent type spices. It's further late 2010s type trap for some banging as far as those pitch can happen just in the aspect of it. We Don't Love Them with Gucci Mane is a nice one as well. Actually, this one doesn't have Gucci Mane on there, but The song We Don't Love 'Em, there's a remix that has Gucci Mane, so that's what I was talking about within those pitches. But We Don't Love 'Em's like an icy and distorted, kind of socialized, kind of get within the aspects of it here. Just feeling queasy, I would say, within the aspect, but just kind of proper. Feeling queasy, but proper within these pitches as far as these formats going to happen. Just kind of some fun haphazardness as far as these tones going to go. So it's within the pitch as far as saying some of those type ones are kind of within the element. I just like the socialized, but just kind of within the fair of balancing like the product of having like the good times within these pitches, but not not being sloppy or unkempt as far as those formats can happen. So it's just within the pitch, good finesse about this particular song within the aspect, but kind of the enjoyment factor amongst this song is here within these pitches. So it's definitely a pretty nice one within the aspect of just kind of out and around within some of these type pitches, just having the embellish as far as those pitches can happen. Just, yeah, when I say queasy about this particular song, it does have the aspect of this. This one's a little bit more like within the distortion type aspect. There are some trippy type ones on here within some of these type pitches. Trying to think of a few other type ones, like the song Goddamn's pretty good at that one as well within some of these type fairs. Stiff is another one that's kind of within those aspects as far as like some of that trip type facet. But yeah, I mean, this is for definitely trap albums in certain senses. In certain more senses, some trap albums are more floss, more so than tear up. But this kind of balances some of that future type sense, the way he would kind of get on products like Dirty Sprite 2, some type aspects. But this does have the stunt type sense. It has the socialized on here, but it's just kind of pitch as far as some of these type formats, as far as just like the balance of having to say more than just, you know, sup and chunk the deuce, some of those type airs, just having a little bit of gab within those pitches. It's kind of the product. Now look after it here. So yeah, recommend every song off here. So 10 out of 10. So within these pitches, I just want some of these type ones are some Bella-centric type ones that have some excellent type appeal pitches like that. I just want to know it's a nice one for that. It's like a pop trap and IG kind of makeshift grab, I'd say, within the pitch behind it. Just some commerce drew, I definitely would say. Good for like target runs and a more vanilla type sense pitches like that. Just kind of a song to get stuff done within some of this type of appeal. So just kind of some of the early type melodings of kind of getting that Instagram living kind of oriented pitches like that within those ordeals, as far as like that particular fair of just social media centric, of just kind of pop trap and a more aspect of where the word trap type music would be more in like the everyday type fair as far as those pitch games. So excellent type ordeal, just hitting up like a Target or, you know, even Walmart, some of these type places, pitches like that, some of these type fairs. Strip malls, Marshalls, some of these type places with the aspect as far as these fairs going to go. Another one within those aspects for like some good IG type fair would be Chanel swag as far as these pitch can happen. It's like a dope IG bleed to kind of get here, just little Dirk style pitch like that, and good diva fit, I'd have to say. It's kind of like a sugary, definitely a sugary night pitch like that. Just good to have some party favors nearby pitches like that. Some type Gabs, Hypnotic, some of those type pitches, standard product. Just good song for some tea, and by tea I mean gossip pitches like that. Just standard spell pitch like that, and have some zags going within those pitches, zigzags. So it's just some pitch as far as saying good excellent type products. So these softcore type ones hit pretty heavily within the aspect as far as these tones going to go. A nice kind of strip club and nightclub type song on here is Sauce on Me. This has Gucci Mane on here. It's like a sparkly kind of necklace, I'd have to say. Just good vanilla kind of mingled within the pitch behind this song as far as these aspects can go. Good type flavor. It's kind of like a mild sauce kind of ripper, I'd say, but still good excellent tones about it. Good song for some Gab 411 with pals pitches like that. The standard fair amongst like the night fair, just kind of a hot ticket. So the song Sauce on Me is just some good embellished pitches like that for like those after hours kind of appeals pitches like that. Do What I Want to Do is a nice one as well. It's like a vintage kind of Migos and Zay type flavor pitches like that. Just late 2010s kind of ice cold kind of mintiness pitches like that. As far as what's going to happen, just hella bop about this particular one. The type pitch, just hella bop about that particular one as far as this pitch can happen. Do What I Want to Do. It just has a nice particular type glitzing type appeal pitches like that. Another nice one on here is They Can't Stand It. This has Chief Keef on here. It's like a good Migos style kind of late 2010s trap bounce kind of get within the product of it. This song's like a late 2010s kind of trap bounce kind of hangout pitches like that. I'd definitely say couch noise. Some of that fairs just have some Zod going with some ranch. First this pitch can by Zod pizza. Some of that probably pizza with some ranch pitches like that. It's good type flavor, like an aspect of more kind of domain type noise pitches like that. It has some smokage. Some domain type fair have the DVDs going, some smokage type fair, just standard product within those pitches for us. Those formats can have just excellent within the fair of it. Yeah, but just good chillax type noise pitches like that within some of those type ordeals. Another good one for around the crib pitches like that is BMF, which is Baby Mama Fine pitches like that as far as these ordeals can have. It's like a good neighborhood kind of domain noise to get in like a gruff sense, I'd say here. Pop trap, but not wafery, I'd say, within those aspects by that particular tone. Kind of more fair for like Smoke Divas pitches like that, so it's just not quite as vanilla within the aspect of this. Definitely some polished women pitches like that, but just not as much fluffy within the aspect as far as just, you know, listening probably to super kind of way for kind of pop music pitches like that, but it is a hot type song pitch like that within those ordeals. So just basically kind of pop trap with an edge type factor as far as those pitches happen. So just the aspect of just taking like pop type music and then putting like a trap sheen about it as far as those pitches going to happen. Just kind of introducing like the facet of getting crunk towards the tones. But yeah, this good melding within those aspects. I mean, this does have some commercial glitz about it as far as these pairs happen. It does have a number of these kind of on here. Now I know within a sense that kind of Hoodrich Pablo Juan was kind of more off to the wayside within the fairs, but his prison sentence kind of interfere with the product. I think he probably would have had some more blown up type fare. The last album he really dropped was in 2019, so it's kind of the pitch that I think within the aspect he probably would have had a few more type hits within the tone as far as getting towards some of these buzz type territories within the aspect. Was just kind of the interference behind it. But Migos was kind of mildly starting to falter around that time in 2022. It was kind of an aspect that just between Young Thug and Gunna going to prison, some type aspects was just within pitch as far as saying some good type fares here for like this commercial type sense that has these aspects, good type flair. It's a rugged dip kind of pop trap type song pitches like that. Stiff is a real quality one. It's like a nice slinky and twisted kind of trap mess hall noise kind of get within the product of it. Some head chop bounce about this particular one. Definitely some hookah pitches like that. Good type ordeals. Hangout kind of blitz as far as those pairs can happen. So just the rowdiness type factor with pals as far as those pitch can happen, just with an aspect of like the smoke type fair and the good festivity as far as those pitch can happen. This is definitely one of the more attention. Stiff has a pretty good attention grabbing type facet about it as far as those pitch kind of go, just within the aspect of like good two-step kind of bounce about it as far as those pitch kind of go. Definitely for like some smoke centricness and hookah type flair, like I was saying, pitches like that. Get it's pretty quality as well. It's like a trippy and blurred out kind of vehicle stunt and night dredge kind of get within the products of it here. Just Taco Bell runs and surfing as far as those pitch kind of go. These particular type songs feel like Moneybag Yo and Yo Gotti, some of those type folks with an aspect behind it. Lil Durk, some of these type products within the pitch, just typical kind of surfing with an aspect, just like the glitz a lot, watching your vehicle light up at night and just pitches like that or those type of ordeals. Steering kind of dust type sifting as far as those pitches kind of happen. I don't know if I talked about Goddamn, but this is another standout here. It's like a nice, super glared and sludgy kind of evening commerce kind of get within the products of it. Just snack run and kind of an exciting primer, I'd say, within these aspects here. Great song to smoke too. So just some neighborhood tracks pitches like that. It's kind of like out and about kind of rumination as far as those pitches can happen. Just a slog type aspect within some evening type fare with good type pitches. Just pick up like something Doritos ruffles, some of those type pitches with an aspect. Just get some good jostle going pitches like that. Check is pretty nice as well within these pitches, like a warped and dreary kind of public outing, I'd say, within the pitch. Is proper but glared as fuck as far as those pitches can happen. Glared AF, I'd say, within these products here. Good basic mingle, definitely a BZ fit as far as these pairs going to go. So excellent type product. So definitely some of these type ones to just have like the particular fare, just something to do, and within the product of like station. Just some station kind of product of like scheduling, or some station kind of product of stuff that's kind of happening within the happening as far as this pitch can happen, but just in the aspects as far as saying that having the good type flair. So it's just good type pitch. Some of this more or less feels like promo type appeal, not to say within the pitch that it has to be promo, but it's just kind of within the aspect like that particular type of appeal of this particular kind of outing type fare, or it's within the pitch of just having it's fun and blissful type outing type fare with the freedom to get tore up as far as this pitch kind of. So excellent within a pitch, but yeah, good type product of healthiness within the tone, but just with the aspect of having like once again the freedom to. It's a good social palette with the aspect of like some good type fare to have the tear up along with it, along for the ride as far as this pitch kind of. So just within the fare. No, once again, not to kind of be within the product of kind of being like it's not within the product of being a liability and pitches like that, but it's just kind of ordeal, just having it's more within the freedom to have that tear up and be productive as far as this pitch comes. So excellent type of PL pitch just like that. But I think that's about the last one I haven't talked about on here as far as these fares can happen. So just within the pitch, there might be one last one. I don't know if I talked about I Do This, but this is a nice one as well. I Do This like a vintage kind of early 2010s DAP Piff kind of mixtape fog, I'd say, within the aspects of it here. Just a haunted kind of snack run pitch like that. Just kind of some streetlight DAP and zags as far as those pitch can happen. So zigzags pitches like that. Definitely feels like vintage kind of Meek Mill, Chief Keef, French Montana, some of those type folks when the pitch is very aghast and some of those type fares. So definitely good for some late shift kind of Taco Bell runs, getting like some Gorditas pitches like that, some of those type ordeals, standard pitches like that, Doritos, some of these type aspects, excellent type fare. I think more or less I've talked about these within these pitches as far as these fares going to happen. I think there might be one last one I haven't talked about, which is Don't Do That. So Don't Do That. It's like a stark and raging kind of trap turn up within these aspects here. Just a vintage kind of 2010s buzz, kind of mixtape-esque flavor as far as these pitches going to happen, along with it just a hot type one. Just tipple type heat pitches like that. Just a Mr. product like that late 2010s type product of it. It's almost like bangers that Yo Gotti and DaBaby would kind of do, pitches like that within those products, so like the standard kind of buzz and just the run it up type noise as far as those pitch kind of excellent type ordeals. Yeah, look after here. So excellent type products, a 10 out of 10 album, pitches like that. Social score's probably going to get. That's kind of tricky with an aspect. I feel like this is a prime type aspect, one that came out, pitches like that, as far as those ordeals can happen. Just the pitch of that particular timing, very much an offshoot of like culture from 2017. Folks like Fredo Santana, some of these type folks, other aspects like that. Marlo, Lil Baby, bunch of folks, Gunna, Young Thug, some of these type pitches within products. It just has that capital type appeal, just that particular helping of all that stuff that came out 2017, 2018, some of those type fairs within the swing of trap. The Instagram and late 2010s trap era prime is just further type products to that, but it's just kind of pitch. It's not to say it's in full bound type hardcore because this was pretty commercial and things like that around this time, but the hits are not as full bound as to the chart appeal that they particularly had. If you're more used to Instagram type fair pitches like that, you know a lot of these particular fairs within the product alike. The weavings of it and the night glass is pretty high. So I'm going to go ahead and say a 10 out of 10 socials. Just the pitch, it just depends. This more boils down to like the variety of just like the contemporariness and just the appetite for contemporaries. It's just pitches like that. But it does have it on here within a particular aspect. These trends on here, some lit type factors of night surfing, pitches like that. Some of these Taco Bell runs, some good songs like that. Some snack run type songs, some of these type pitches. Few diva fits for like more domain type noise, pitches like that, just some stunt type music for commerce, some mess hall type songs on here, pitches like that, and plenty of good songs to kind of get tore up to within a proper type sense of having to socialize like the concept of the album kind of is within these pitches, as far as just not slipping with, as far as not slipping and screwing up within the product of having like the elaborate kind of as far as having like the elaborate kind of distortion in your system. So it's kind of within probably excellent fair as to how it does it, pitches like that. So 10 socials. In terms of future, once again, Hoodrich Pablo Juan is in prison as far as these fairs can have him. It's within the pitch as far as saying he does at least have another album, DMV, as far as these pitch can have him. That came out in 2019, but he hasn't dropped an album since that particular fair. But he does have plenty of mixtapes and these type products, so we'll get to some of these. But yeah, this is an easy classic here, pitches like that, kind of underrated, but yeah, definitely some dynamite.